What's happening, everybody? This is Cam, your host of Get a Load of This Trucking podcast, coming out of the Pacific Northwest. And right now, as we are recording, I am thankful to say it is raining, which is putting out some of these wildfires that have been just plaguing the Northwest in the blanket of smoke. So I'm hoping that this will suppress that. So that'll be good news for everybody. I know that there were some closures along I-90, and I know some of the routes have been impeded. So some of our clients and our loyal listeners, the trucking community, have been impacted by this. And we've been reached out to a lot of folks checking in on us and checking in on everyone. So I really appreciate the outpouring of love and concern. So just wanted to start with that. Thank you guys. So I'm pumped today. We've got someone that I've been connecting with for quite a while, and I've been watching their product, and I was actually turned on to them from some good friends of ours because of the void and the need that they're filling in the trucking community. And so with us today, I want to introduce, we got a special guest, Todd Kosha with Crown Source. Todd, what's happening?
Hey Cam, good to see you and hear from you, and finally good to connect again.
I know, I'm excited, man. I'm really
Yeah,
pumped about this because I know you've got some exciting news, and we'll get to that. But let's do a quick, just 30,000 foot view of what Crown Source is. And then I want to hear a little bit more about your background, how you got involved in the trucking industry and the community, and what drives you. But let's just touch real quick on Crown Source just to give the listeners an idea of what you do if they're not familiar with
yeah,
you.
yeah. You bet. Well, really, our mission is to deliver exclusive savings programs to really fleets of all sizes, and we do it through scale, through expertise, and technology. And so the foundation of who Crown Source is a group purchasing organization, or a co-op, if you will. We have thousands of customers today, and that's rapidly growing by the week. The more aggregated buying power we get through our customer network, we can continuously negotiate what we call deep top tier national account discounts with market leading suppliers. And then we pass along those discounts or connect our customers to those discounts through technology, either through our Amazon-like e-commerce marketplace, or something we're really excited about for these smaller fleets, really fleets from owner operators up to 80 trucks, let's say, is our new mobile app that's available on the App Store and the Google Play Store now, which provides tremendous savings on tires, preventative maintenance, emergency roadside service and towing, um, fuel, and continuing to add things, tolls, a lot of different things that we continue to add onto this app. So really designed to save the customers money that struggle to be able to get that buying power on their own.
I knew I liked you.
Yeah,
Making an impact. And really, right now, and I think with the current environment and the hard market that everybody's been facing, people
yeah,
have really looked at their internal P&L, their relationships, the subscriptions, and all these different things to make sure, A, is it necessary? Should I be paying for this service? Or B, what value is it providing me? And for something like you, I saw your press release on releasing the app, which is huge because all these truckers are on their phone, they're on the road, they're on their tablets. It's so easy for them to just hop in here, look at that, and just see what is available. Or like tolls, as you had mentioned, it's like, oh, quick, I can come in here. It'll take them straight through all the way, get them signed up, give them a discount, and then they're on the road again for that. So kudos to that. I think it's amazing. I think the impact that you're doing is awesome. It's helping the small guy act as if though they have the buying power of 1,000 truck fleet.
yeah.
So I love it. And we'll dive into some of that stuff later. But give us a little bit about your background, Todd. Where are you from? Tell us a little bit about your upbringing. What leads you into want to make a change to the trucking
Oh
community?
my goodness, yeah. Well, I've been in the business world now for about 35 years. Originally from Omaha, Nebraska, former Division I college basketball player at University of Nebraska, back in the late '80s. Always kind of a creative, competitive, driven guy, and worked for PepsiCo right out of college. Went to healthcare, worked for a leading medical device manufacturer. Spent about 11 or 12 years there, and how did I get into transportation? Well, that happened about 5 years ago when we started Crown Source. But before that, I built a similar business, but in healthcare, and back in 2005, and sold that business in 2013, and was really looking for a new venture, a new opportunity to do with my professional career. And I ran into a gentleman through my daughter's high school dance team. His daughter was on the dance team, and he was running procurement for Yellow Freight. Obviously, they're going through some very difficult, just went through some difficult times here with bankruptcy
Yeah.
and so forth. But he
Yep.
was there years ago running procurement, was in operations, saved that organization tens and tens of millions of dollars, left there, was in a consulting business of himself. And we connected and said, hey, this is what I used to do in healthcare. You did it in trucking. What can we do that's unique from our both of our backgrounds and change, the way an industry can operate? And that's really how CrownSource came about. And so, the foundation, as I mentioned, who we are, it doesn't matter whether you own and operate one truck or you're a 20,000 school bus company, because we have companies on both ends of those spectrums. And it's really been a lot of fun over the last 5 years building this out and working with all kinds of different transportation companies. But trucking really is the foundation of who we are and where we spend most of our time. And quite honestly, Cam, it didn't start that way. We started working with a lot of large fleet companies with our e-commerce marketplace, procure to pay platform, really transforming how people manage their total spend a lot across a lot of locations. Companies like Navajo Express, a great customer of ours. We dealt with a lot of large fleet companies. But really, when COVID hit, for whatever reason, we started tapping into working with smaller fleet companies. And that's really where our tire program came about. Today we have 20 different tire manufacturers. We have over 5,000 local tire dealers in our network. We have over 750 truck stops, you name it, Love's, Pilot Flying J, which is powered by Southern Tire Mart, the TA Petros, the Ambest, they're all in our network. And so 20 national account discount pricing programs and now available, on an app that they can quickly just drill down to the exact product they want and purchase a tire and save as much as 52%. And so this is really where our business really started taking off a couple of years ago, because we provided so much savings for these small fleets, not just with tires and fuel, but now it's gone into emergency roadside service. We partnered with TTM Fleet Solutions, which they deal with 90% of the largest trucking companies, managing all of their emergency roadside service and repair. And they never were able to work with the small guys because they just couldn't figure it out until our app was built. And I met their leadership about Tyler Hart about 3 years ago at an big insurance meeting. And we connected and really hit it off. And 3 years later, we're building this partnership, and it's really exciting. So you could go out to TTM Fleet Solutions and see all about that partnership as well. But we're bringing that emergency roadside service directly to the owner operator, eliminating a lot of painstaking time that they have trying to find the right professional to come out and service their needs over the road or towing. It's all built into our app, up to 15+% savings with that. So we're really excited about it. Now we're launching preventive maintenance over the road at Love's and at Southern Tire Marts at PFJ. So there'll be another 500 plus truck stops where you can get oil changes, other light mechanical, DOT inspections. So additional savings. We're just always bringing savings to the driver and to the small fleets that can't get that on their own. And many customers are now telling us, hey, can you add this? Can you add that? And the answer is yes, we can. Just give us some time. But we're really trying to be the one-stop shop, if you will, for anything trucking, especially for those smaller fleets. So I know that's a mouthful, but that's really how I got into the industry with my business partner, Keith Rawson, and then and just continue to grow and listen to our customers and help solve their needs or problems.
Yeah, that's so amazing. And I think folks are going to want to rewind that, listen back through about the different services. And we're going to give you guys some resources to go find out where to learn more, how to figure out what solutions they offer. In fact, on my website, I'm going to put a link to where they can go download the app. And I know it's on the App Store, and we'll get to that. Omaha, I'm actually going to be flying there this next month. So I'm going to Omaha, but that's only because I go into South Sioux City and there's not really a good way to get there through Omaha. But
right.
my grandmother has roots in Chadron, and she actually went to school there. So you moved out of there though, and now you're in Kansas City. We discussed.
Yeah, I moved out to the East Coast for a few years in Boston back in the medical device days, and then we're based in Kansas City here in Overland Park, Kansas, and I've been here for 23 years, and it's been a great place to raise my family.
I love it. And there's no doubt that the basketball and the competitive drive come from collegiate athletic, I'm guessing, right? And obviously internal. Like you're obviously a very motivated and driven person, and understand what it takes to get there. So what's your highlight? What is your go-to story from your college athletic days?
It wasn't much. There weren't many highlights. I was actually a walk-on,
Okay.
turned into a scholarship player. I worked my tail off to get to that point. I would say my biggest highlight was hitting a couple threes and a two-pointer. I think I had 8 points on a big Monday game, which was
Let's
on
go.
ESPN against Ohio State.
Let's
And
go.
so that was probably my highlight. But, I played I was kind of a role player, played in a lot of games, played on TV a lot. It was fun. It was a great experience, great opportunity. But I think that background, that competitive sports background, I think as a basketball player, the game moves so fast. You have to be able to adapt so quickly. And I think that was just a gift that our dear Lord gave me to be able to adapt things quickly. And I think from an entrepreneurial perspective, it's been really good. We see problems, we try to fix them right away, and if we
Mhm.
don't, we just try to continuously try to fix those problems. And I think from as an entrepreneur, this is what brings me the most joy is being able to just work with customers, your customers, our customers, to try to solve needs. There's no greater joy that I have, and I know our team does that. Is just helping people out, and
Yep.
when you do that, that gives you the joy and peace of mind, and that we're doing the right things, and all things good can happen from there. So I think just that competitive drive and that adaptability,
Yeah.
always trying to find the right product and the right solution. We never stop doing that.
Well, just like in business, just like in basketball, you got to do the fundamentals, right? And able
Right.
to be able to
That's right.
do and execute on your overall game plan.
Yeah.
And just from the outside looking in, because I don't have an in-depth look at your operation, there's no doubt that you guys do, though. You wouldn't be able to reach the success levels you have and got the clients that you've obtained to this point, be able to roll out an app, onboard all these different services if you weren't good at the fundamentals. So I commend you. Congrats on that, man.
Thank you for that.
That's a big
Appreciate
deal.
that.
And I'm excited about this because we're always looking for ways to improve, give back, shed light, bring tools to the trucking community. And it's your owner op, it's the guy that was a lease operator owner op that wants to start their own business now and grow to the next 100 truck fleet, or our clients that have 100, 500 trucks, everything in between. So I think that this tool can really apply anywhere. And when people are looking at and taking inventory of the current services and offerings and their structure and setup, as I really encourage everybody to do on a quarterly, if not annual basis, on a very deep dive, it's things like this that it's like, let's look at that. What kind of buying power does it give us? What kind of discounts for fuel? Because I mean, all we've heard about over the last couple years is the increased cost of fuel, the decreasing
Yeah.
cost of pay for the freight, the spot market. I mean, outside of COVID, because there was a big boom there. But right now, more than ever, is where you really need to focus and understand your numbers, understand how you
Yeah.
can read and interpret your P&L, how to like zoom that lens out and understand, hey, we're on a cyclical business here. And right now it's a little bit of a down slope. I feel like we're at the bottom on the way coming back up. I
Yeah.
do know the
Agreed.
market turned in quite a few areas, but it's things like this
Yeah.
that can help. And
Yeah.
accompany that with insurance, your safety, you had mentioned a couple of things, your preventative maintenance. Like that's awesome. That's all the stuff that we try to
Yeah.
coach our people on. It
Yeah.
really is. We don't
Yeah.
and so the people that listen know I own Valley Truck and Insurance, and like that's I'm super passionate about helping those customers and clients, but I do so with coaching, education, try to give some mentorship, connections, ideas, introduce them to things that I see my best practice clients doing, and it's like everybody should know about this. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
that's why this podcast was born. That's
Yeah.
why I get so excited to get people like you on there. So
Yeah.
let's talk about the rollout of the app. I know that was huge news, and I know that it's been in the works for a little while. How has the adoption rate been? How has the feedback going? Like like, let's talk about that because that's a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah. No. So we launched this whole tire and fuel program. Gosh, it's been 2.5 years ago, and it was done in a very manual way. Process worked well, but very manually, and it was just difficult, really, to scale it. But what we did in that process is we proved credibility and legitimacy. Right? We were saving
Mhm.
money. Customers were loving how simple it was that they could literally pull into a truck stop or tire dealer and within, 30 seconds could be saving money immediately. And so as we continue to get these positive responses, we're like, hey, we have to automate this and make it even more simple for the driver that they don't even really need to call our team and even deal with this, just kind of eliminate that process. So we had a first iterative of a web-based of app, if you will, that worked really well and allowed us to scale a little bit more. And then we made the decision, about 7, 8 months ago, we really have to get this on the app stores and have it really a simple, easy, downloadable app that's so user friendly and intuitive that they can do with a few drill downs. They can be getting access to significant savings. They can view across 3,100 different tire options. They can get down to all the descriptions and specs of the tire. They can see exactly what the price is going to be, what their savings are. It's just really the coolest thing. Nothing like it in the industry exists. And this is what we're really excited about it. So we launched it with our internal customer base in April, and it took off so fast and so well that we're like, okay, let's get this out to the market. So it was probably mid to late May. We like to do slow launches, Cam. We don't want to just take it to the market quickly. We want to make sure when we launch something that it's working, that we get any kinks or bugs out of the system, so that when our users are using it, they have a perfectly well-functioning machine and system. And so we really had no problems with it. So then we really started proactively launching it to a larger group of people in June. And then it wasn't really till about mid to late July that we got it actually on the Apple Store as well as the Google Play Store. So now it's real simple for drivers. They can just go, onto either one of those stores, search Big Rig Savings, and they can have it downloaded in seconds, and they can get access and start viewing our pricing on all of these cool features and benefits. And so it's gone really, really well. We're adding, dozens of customers by the day, just by word of mouth. And really one of the cool things that we're getting very, very close to and excited to launching is what we call our Big Rig Bucks program. It's going to be a loyalty and referral program that's going to pass even incremental discounts, earn free tires, earn, free PMs, things of this nature, just out of loyalty and referring the program to friends and neighbors, if you will, because we already have customers doing that. We have a lot of our current customers saying, hey, I want to pass this on to my buddy. And we're like, hey, great, we really appreciate it. Well, we want to reward people for doing that. So we're going to be launching this later in Q4. So it's real exciting. We're real excited about that. So just anything we can do to continue to pass on savings and incentives for our customers to be able to make it quick, easy, and convenient to save, and have everybody. Because when everybody can save, everybody wins, right? Yeah. And so that's really our mission and our goal. So a lot of exciting things. And the best thing to do is just get on it. It's a free app. Just get on there and check it out. If we're not saving you any money, call us and say, hey, you're not saving me money. What can you do to help me? And we want to hear that too, right? We don't hear that very often. I mean, we have customers saving $300 and $400 a tire. It's crazy. So we're
which
really
is significant. So if people understand their numbers, when you're operating at a certain, profitability margin, it's not that they just save $300 or $400. They save quite a bit on that gross revenue they would have to make up for in that savings. So it's a lot more odds there. So folks that are watching and not listening, I was kind of looking down doing some stuff, but what I was doing is I literally downloaded the app. Yeah. Took about 0.2 seconds. Says, okay, plug your email in. Great. Here's a PIN. Great. Now sign up for your account. And it's just basic info, how many trucks, DOT, that basic stuff that you would want to put in there so that it'll best interact with you. So super slick, super easy. I think that's amazing. I really do.
Yeah, thanks for showing that.
Well, and we'll probably do a demonstration. And I know you and I chatted because as I learned more, I knew the idea of what you did, but I didn't really know what you guys did and offered or the significant impact. So as we start to uncover those things, it's like, oh, 100%. I'm going to start using you in our onboarding process, offer it to our clients on the website and just try to get the word out for that because I don't know who doesn't like saving money. I mean, we're all business owners. You have to, right? You got to be mindful of that. So I think that's sweet. I know that you mentioned, so, hey, folks are asking for more things. They're asking for different offerings or different services and that kind of stuff. Is there anything on the horizon that is like a next goal of yours to add on or integrate with or look at solving some problem that you guys are trying to solve?
we think we've got a lot of it covered. We're just, you and I were talking before this call, doing some things with HR type of related things. I think that would be an excellent thing. Parking, we know parking is a significant challenge. So are there opportunities to partner with certain organizations that can provide easy, more accessible parking with benefits around that? So we're always looking and just listening to our customers. Our customers, your customers, the industry, they know what best, they know what they need. And so we like listening to our customers' needs, and then we go out and make it happen. So we really think, you were asking before we started, with a lot of our larger fleet companies in our e-commerce side, anybody that has a maintenance shop or an office, we have national account programs really with 50 plus major suppliers, for office and break rooms, staples. We're saving customers 50, 60% on office supplies, janitorial and custodial supplies. We have a program with Imperial Supplies, which is the number one maintenance shop supply leader, saving companies 30, 40, 50% there. So if you have a maintenance shop, parts, we have a great new program with Relodyne, who is the world's largest oil and coolants and DEF provider. So there's a lot of really cool things that we can do besides just tires. I mean, it's really, we like to say anything from tires to toilet paper. If you need to save, we have that. There's other services, safety programs, Samsara. We have a lot of different programs. And so, but we don't know everything, right? And so if there's something out there that our customers that we can fulfill, you just let us know. And we've got a dedicated contracting and sourcing team that works with suppliers and manufacturers, local dealers on a regular basis, that we can really put anything together.
Yeah, and with this model, it's really purchasing power, right? As you scale, the more numbers, the more transactions,
That's
the
right.
more negotiation leverage, I suppose, you guys get with your different vendors and the contracts as you guys come up.
Yeah, we have nearly 50,000 power units part of our network. So, I mean, we're huge when it comes to that kind of buying power. So it can be significant. Correct.
Awesome. How is this obviously, as any business owner will say, there is a little bit of fear that goes into it. And for me, it might be ignorance, because I just refuse to listen to the trends in the news and like what's going on, the doom and gloom. But how has the market over this last 6 to 12 months affected any decisions moving forward? Obviously, I see you guys as one of those solutions to help keep everything going and put money back in the pocket. But how has that affected or influenced your decision making? And like, what are your thoughts surrounding that?
Well, that's a good question. We all know the spot market's been, it's taken a significant impact over the last 15 months. And we've seen that, but we've kind of doubled down. We invested more, during this time, because the market's going to come back. We all know that. And I really believe this whole owner operator, while they're struggling in this spot market, when it comes back, we're positioned now. It's really a great thing as drivers are starting to come back and take on more loads and go back to driving 5-6 days a week when they may only be driving a couple days a week. We're in prime position to be able to provide them all of these savings and solutions when they're ready to go. And so we kind of took the approach that let's invest more now while the market is down, because we got to prepare for when it comes back, that we can help everybody out. And so that's really the position we took. And I'm grateful we did, because it's been good from that perspective. It's been interesting because we started this business 5 years ago, and you think about the challenges. We've had COVID, we all dealt with that pandemic, and some of the larger fleets, that hurt them because a lot of people weren't going to the office. And so it kind of hurt our business there. And then we come out of that, and then we go into this challenging recession, if you will, the worst since we've seen since 2008. But we're going to come back out of this. And so we've really invested more into technology and into building more supplier partnerships to bring these deeper discounts to our customer base. And so I think that's why I've never been more excited about the direction our company is at right now. We're having record months despite the bad market, but we believe we're really well positioned to bring that great value to our customer base as they come back and the market, turns around.
Well, and the business model is amazing, because any savings you turn around, you're just passing it straight back to the user.
That's right.
Which is the trucker, right? And that's who we're trying to impact. That's who we're trying to help. And as you mentioned in the beginning of this, is how do we change an industry? I think you're doing it. I really do. I think that
we're excited. It's fun. When you build a startup, and you're first to an industry of its kind, right? You deal with the growing pains of that because you gotta gain credibility, you gotta get legitimacy, and that just takes time.
It does.
Not just with our customer base, but with suppliers. And now 5 years into this, we've gone through that, and we've to have 50 major market leading suppliers. It's I think that's impressive in and of itself that customers see the value of what we're doing and what we're trying to do to help them out, but also help the industry. And then obviously the significant growth we've had in our customer base. Again, I think we're really primed and positioned well as a company to really, I think, through just asking your customers, our customers, to give us an opportunity to really bring tremendous value and transform an industry and how they buy. And you held it up, but to be able to buy tires or to buy emergency road service or to buy preventive maintenance when you're pulling into a dealer or a truck stop, and to be able to have it all automated and be able to give a national account discount number and a PO that literally in split seconds. We have customers tell us that, like, when they pull into a Love's, even the Love's service agent's like, wow, I've been hearing about this app and I see it now. This is the coolest thing we've seen. So everybody in the industry is seeing how this is really transforming, and that brings us great joy and satisfaction to know that what we're building is being received very favorably, and that we get excited about that as much as we do anything.
Well, and listeners, you should take note because your competition is using it and they're getting discounts, saving money.
Yeah,
So you
that's
should
right.
probably get where they're at.
Yeah,
And proof's in the concept, proof's in the pudding. I have social proof, and now everything's steamrolling, which is awesome. Kudos to you guys for what
yeah.
you've
Thank
done
you.
thus far. What are you excited about moving into Q4 and then even next year? What are some things on the horizon that you are looking forward to with the company?
Well, we're in the process of continuing to add more tire suppliers, more services. We're constantly talking, but we don't want to do it unless it's going to really bring value. And so this is really where we listen to our customer base. But what we're really excited about is just getting this out to a bunch of drivers who don't know about it. And really,
Yeah.
largely speaking, people still don't know who CrowdSource and the Big Rig Savings app. That's why we're grateful for you giving us an opportunity, because we know word of mouth is really the best marketing
Yep.
that you can have. And we would rather have that. We'd rather have prospective customers hear from their peers than us just continuing to throw advertising campaigns, because, as you said, proof in the pudding. Just give
Yep.
us an opportunity. Get on there and look at the pricing. If we're not saving, you're not obligated to use it. So we're real excited about that. But I'm really excited about how can we reward our customers. We're really giving them great savings, right? But
Yep.
how can we give them more rewards by being loyal customers? So the loyalty program and the referral program, as our customers help us build this program and promote it to other friends and things of that nature, we want to share in the rewards of that back with them. Because if we do that, everybody's going to win. Our suppliers are going to win because they're going to be able to sell more product, and our customers are going to be able to win because they're going to save more and they're going to get more benefits. And if both of those things happen, then we win. Okay. And so this is really what we're excited about as we launch into Q4 and really into 2024. So
I think that's a perfect answer, and I think recognition's huge. People like to be recognized,
that's
right?
right.
And rewarded for their loyalty, and feel like, oh, cool, I'm going to refer someone. And same with insurance. I mean, we have some constraints and restrictions for financial
Yeah.
responsibilities, but we do like to recognize, give gift cards, donate to charity that
Yeah.
impacts for the trucking community, and
Yeah.
all the above. So that's awesome.
Yeah, we really want to create a frequent miles. If you think about it with
Yeah,
your favorite
yeah,
airline or
yeah.
credit card that you get
Fire
miles to,
miles.
it's like you're earning big rig bucks to be able to get free tires or free services or things of that nature.
That's
So,
right.
we're real. Stay tuned on that. That'll be coming out soon.
I love it, man. That's awesome.
Yeah,
I remember as a kid, granted, this is different industry, different times, but you do the Camel Bucks, right? And you buy
yeah,
coolers and all these different
that's
swag
right.
and the jackets, and
That's
not that
right.
it's the same, but
Yeah,
that still left an impact as a kid, right? Now,
yeah,
it's like, how cool
absolutely.
was that? How awesome is that to be able to save towards and get and utilize your experience to get money back or earnings or say whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Um, how can folks find out more? Where can they download this? Let's just highlight again the name when they're in the App Store. Let's talk about your website if they want to connect with you, but also on the vendor or the supplier side. If there's suppliers out there listening, because we do get folks from different companies, PACCAR or whatever, on the podcast,
Yep.
how can they reach out to inquire about potential savings or offering their services on your
Yeah.
platform?
Yeah. So I think for the driver or the fleet, I would just go to the App Store. If you're
Okay.
on your next time you're on your mobile phone, go out to if you're on an iPhone, go out to the App Store. If you're on an Android, or go out to the Google Play Store and just search Big Rig Savings. Okay, it's going to come up with a kind of a location icon with a truck in the middle of it. And you showed it a little bit earlier. It's simple to download, and get registered, 30 seconds or less, and you're going to be out there, being able to review all the features and savings and things of that nature. So Big Rig Savings. You could also go out to bigrigsavings.com. And then, for other people, you could go out to our website, crownsourceinc.com. We have contact forms. You can just, fill out information there if you want to reach out to us, and experts will reach back to you to speak with you. So there's a variety of ways to get out there. But I think really the simplest thing is just get on Big Rig Savings on the App Store and download it. And then, you're going to get an account manager reaching out to you shortly thereafter. They can walk you through how simple and easy it is. And a lot of our customers call them with any questions. We like to think, there's some great references and testimonials we're getting out there. We haven't been out there very long, but the comments that we have, 5-star ratings, getting really great comments. So we're here to just help serve people, but that would be the best way to do it.
And it's easy, folks. I did it in 2 seconds and signed up. And I think really, if you want to learn more on your next purchase, I challenge you to, hey, if you're buying tires, go in and try to see what it is. Compare the price compared to what you get on your own or whatever program you're using versus Todd's program. I really think that's the best way to do it. Competition is good, as we touched on at the beginning. So
absolutely
awesome, Todd. Hey, one of the final things that we like to do is, if you had a billboard, or let's say maybe a line or a quote or something that you have used for inspiration that you'd love to share with the world, what would that be? If you wanted to share that with your listeners, they're driving down the freeway, see this billboard, Todd's inspirational quote, or something that's motivated you to the heights you're at. What would that be?
Yeah. Well, I would, gosh, that's a good question. You put me on the spot with that.
I know.
There's a couple. Kenneth Blanchard has one that I use a lot with my team and with just other people that I talk to. His quote says this: "There's a difference between interest and commitment. When you're interested in doing something, you do it when it's a matter of convenience. But when you're committed to doing something, you do it every day because it's too important not to make it a top priority." Okay. And I use that with our team, and my sales guys and our developers and our sourcing guys. How committed are you to show up every day and make a difference, right? Or are you just interested in doing it? Because I think it's a great line, because there's a lot of things we have in our lives that are hobbies, and we do it when we have some time and convenience. But I think to excel or to be great at anything you want to do, and I use this with my professional life. I have a very deep-rooted relationship with Jesus Christ. Okay. Faith is very important to me. And I talk about this with people all the time. How interested are you in wanting to have a relationship with Jesus? Are you committed to having one? And I'm a very prayerful guy. And every decision that I make, I seek that through the Lord. And so, that might turn some people off. I hope not. Hopefully it turns more people on. But I really believe that. I think, anything you do, if you're going to do well, you got to commit to it. And so, put your very best foot forward. We've all been given great gifts and talents, whatever those are. And whatever it is, commit to being the best you possibly can. And you can sleep really well at night and have a lot of peace if you live that kind of life, I think. So anyway.
I couldn't have said it any better. There's not even much to say outside of that, because I abide by that, and I full-heartedly believe in that. And discipline is probably the big topic that I've been on, is discipline, right? I've read this book, Discipline is Destiny, by Ryan Holiday, but it's really the difference maker. So motivation comes and goes. and it's
That's
kind of
right.
a more of an emotional response. Discipline, you show up every day, no matter what, and you got to love the process, or
That's
at
right.
least act like you love the process and
Right.
accomplish great things, right? Every
Yeah.
single day. So,
Amen.
Todd,
That's great.
man, great words of parting wisdom. And yeah, we should lobby to get that on some billboards. That'd be sweet.
That'd be a big builder. I wouldn't want anybody to have to try to read that.
Yeah, just real quick driving down the road. So, okay, listen, everybody, listeners, we appreciate you as always. This was a great episode. I really challenge you guys to go out the next time you're buying something, looking at things. If you want to just try it out, download the app, takes 2 seconds, fill it out. As he said, somebody will reach out to you, talk about your needs, talk about what you guys have got to do, probably show you how to navigate the app. But I have no doubt it's super simple. It's something that I'm going to be promoting to my clients and offering as a service, which I'm excited about. So thank you, everybody. Stay safe out there. We appreciate what you guys do.
All right.